number was, because now, you know, we translate it times 10, but whatever the number was, I looked at that guy and I said, if that guy can make that kind of money, he's making twice as much as I made when I was working on the staff of a congressman in Washington. That guy can do that? I thought, yeah, I can ought to be able to do at least half that. So what the heck? I'll give it a try. And that was partly because I just figured I could talk to a few people. I mean, I knew people. And so that's how the business started. And here I am, you know, 183 years later. Started my business in 1970, before Jan. And I've been in Florida since the 70s. So, and I've been in the Keys, and that's where I live. And my husband is, he doesn't have salt water, and he doesn't have blood in his veins. He has salt water in his veins. Some of you know. He's my husband, Captain Eddie. So we live in the Keys. And my passion about the business is really some of the things on that chart right there. That chart talks about the difference between the fact that, let's see, I'm doing different topics.
I can bring it up. I'll bring it up.
We want to talk about why Shaklee. Because one of the differences is what's changed now is now we're in a world where people are at least looking a little more, oh, well, maybe I should be healthier. Well, maybe I should make a difference. And actually what you could do is put up that prevention treatment. Put that one up. That's the only one I'll use right now. So
Is that this one or the other talk?
it says prevention treatment. It's
Okay, let me
just
make
a
sure.
chart.
So people are not gonna be able to see that.
Oh, okay, well,
Okay.
we're just making a mess of things, aren't I? Yeah, it's either one of them. It's up there in blue.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay.
click on it.
Oh, I see, it's just one slide.
Yep, just
Okay.
one slide.
Okay.
So this is why I'm here, and this is why I say we're here. Why we're here is because we're in a world now where in order to keep ourselves healthy, we really kind of have two choices. The side of this chart that we are in is not the right side. We are in no conflict with, we want our medical professionals. They deal with us with pharmaceuticals, with all the things that, like Jan will jokingly say, she's a legal drug dealer. And those are the things that are there for the medical side. But that's not who we are. Who we are is the left side of this. Can you just, yeah, there you go. Okay, this is who we are. We're over here on the prevention side, and this is the side where we have the choice. Our focus is taking personal responsibility. You can just leave it up there, Stan.
I don't know why it's blocking off. You might have a timer on. Okay, I'll keep putting it up.
Our focus is on personal responsibility and on the business of preventive health care. That's who we are, because that's our responsibility. That's what we need to do to feed our kids, to care for our families, to do whatever we can. And so when we live over on this left side, this is determined by our family habits. What do we have for breakfast? What do we have for lunch? How do we, what are the habits that our family takes care of?
It does have a timer on it.
Yeah, trying to keep it up there. Go ahead.
This is determined by our food choices, by our lifestyle choices. Are we involved in any kind of physical exercise, whether it's traditional or whether it's moving around, whether it's taking your phone and just knowing how many steps you've taken? These are the kinds of things we can be responsible for.
I'll get it back.
And the good news is on the medical side, there are always side effects. There are always things that you have to be careful for. My husband will I'll tell you a story about that for Guy Talk if you want. But there are always side effects when we're dealing in the medical community because we're given something that's a drug that's designed to do something, and heck, you can't even turn on the TV now without being given this long list of all the things. Take X thing, and oh, by the way, be careful if you know. And it isn't just if you get a headache and your fingernails break. It's like, if you have all this huge list of side effects that can happen. So that's the other side. That is not our business. I have no conflict with the benefits that they can offer. This is where we live. And over here, we're focused on the side benefits. Because what are the side benefits that can be available? Is we can, except for having a cough, we can be healthy much longer than most people are, avoiding different kinds of the medical things. One of the colleagues I was talking to said she's been using the products now for 48 years. She said, I'm 72 years old and I have no medications. Now, some of us can tell those stories too, but isn't it nice to know that it's possible to have those kinds of profiles? And what is our objective? Long-term sustained results. Being able to stay as live and healthy and vital as we possibly can be. So, why is it that we choose Shaklee? Well, in one of these, this is the most clinically proven wellness company in the world. Those are just like extraordinary things to be able to say. I didn't make that up. That's a corporate thing. And so what are the differences? Well, the differences are several things. The people that are our best customers, I say, are people who are smart and they're busy. Does that sound like anybody we know? We're smart enough to know that what we're looking for is products that are safe and products that work. That's really the bottom line, right? And if you go online into any store, whether it's Walmart or whatever, you go any place you want to, and
Oh, now you get to see my slide. Go ahead.
we go into any store that we want and we start reading labels. Does anybody go blind and get confused? And how many milligrams of this, and is there this in it, but does that go along with it? Or how much is this and how much is in it? And does any of that sound familiar? It is so confusing. We have no idea what we're getting. And so for us, I say that our customers are people who want products that are proven. So it may very well be that if you want results of something, you don't necessarily want the higher milligrams and X amount of this for cheaper. You want to make sure it can be dissolved and absorbed. Because what you want is the results. You also want it to be safe, because every week there's something that comes out in the news about such and such was removed from the market because it had X in it. And so these are the kinds of things that I think are super important. So as you look at this, 350 tests on every botanical ingredient that goes into the Shaklee products. Over 100,000 quality tests a year. They're just super picky, super picky. This says 121 medals, 152 Olympic medals have been won by athletes who have been using the Shaklee products. Now what does that say to me? You want products that are safe and you want products that work. Seems to me that proves it, doesn't it? You've got 152 athletes that won Olympic medals that were all drug tested. It sounds to me like that's safe. Plus we know some that, I mean, I just talked to Ishmael yesterday, one of the Olympians who, pentathlete, was a Shaklee medalist on the Shaklee products. Before he was busted and made ineligible to compete for 6 months or a year from tainted food and something that was in something that he had eaten before he got on the Shaklee. So you can imagine how scared he was to start taking anything. He trusted the Shaklee products, came home with I think a bronze medal as a pentathlete. So when you talk about products that are safe, that to me is like pretty simple, and products that are proven. So I say that our customers, which represents us, are people who are smart and busy. So we're busy enough to know that if we find what we know we can trust, then for me, I don't want to have to keep looking. It's like you can spend a lot of time buying your car or shopping for your house or, you know, going getting something that you need for, you know, to wear. But once you've got it, you're not going to keep on looking. So that's the way we are. What we do is we found the brand that we support, that works for us, and now it's our job to learn enough about it. And so the next step is then we can decide, well, maybe I get my products for free. And we'll talk about that a little bit. How can we get these benefits and share them with other people? So that's who we are. We're not, you know, it's not fancy or anything, but that's who we are. So Jan and Stan, thank you for getting us together today in your living room and getting us back connected. We've done so much on Zoom and at distance and everything. It's just nice to actually get in the car and say, okay, we're gonna come. So thank you all very much.
I have one question for you.
Okay.
You are the person, I understand, who helped Shaklee start to connect with the Olympic athletes. How did that happen?
How did we get connected with the Olympic athletes?
And they, by the way, of those medals, about 80 of them are gold.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, in fact, I just spent the weekend with one of them, and I have to say, I get this kind of, it's just kind of cool. We went to lunch with someone who hadn't ever seen an Olympic medal, and she said, should I bring my medal? And I said, yeah. And so I said, would you guys like to maybe take a picture? And so, I mean, can you imagine what it's like? You just pull it out of your bag. Here's my Olympic gold medal. Would you like to feel it? Would you like to look at it? Would you like to see it? And in this particular case, we were at a hotel lobby, and the guy who had done the shuttle service, or no, that had greeted me or something. Anyway, he'd been super nice. And we'd been there for lunch for a while, so I went to find the guy. And I said, do you have a minute? I said, would it being around an Olympic gold medal mean anything to me? And he looked at me like, what, are you kidding me? And I said, well, I'd like to introduce you to an Olympic gold medalist, and if you'd like to have a picture and see the medal. The guy was just like, oh my gosh, it was so cool. And we didn't let anybody else in the hotel know because I knew that would finish it. So I gave it to him, the picture to him, so he could take it and show it around. But anyway, how did we get connected? Well, here's a good example. The people that actually started the Olympic Connection started with a fellow named Eli Brimmer, who was in Colorado Springs. Well, the reason I know Colorado Springs is that one of the beauties of our business is we connect with people. So it would be like I introduced Jan, who introduced Mario, who introduced Wanda, who introduced Fabio, who happened to have been, and in between here, there was Florida, Mississippi. Somehow we got to Colorado, and our Colorado team had in their community, their daughter had grown up with Eli, who at that time was Air Force Academy graduate, athlete, was training as a pentathlete for the Olympics in, that was Beijing, I think. Beijing, which was 2004. So he was training, and his school classmate friends' mother and father were Shaklee business users. And they introduced him to the products while he was training. He was having some health issues. He needed more iron. He was training at altitude. He started using the Shaklee products, and that was the beginning. And because he was in Colorado Springs, that's where the Olympic Training Center is. So he was there working at the Olympic Training Center, and as a result, began introducing a number of the other athletes. So it was through that all the rest of the athletes then were brought into our business organization. So that's why there were 152 Shaklee Olympic medalists who were affiliated. So that
And
helped.
I want to add something, because to me, the athletes using the Shaklee products is really major, because like she said, they're terrified of using things.
Terrified.
And almost all of the stories, I've met about a dozen of them, and almost all the stories is, we didn't want to use anything. Then we heard about Shaklee, and it had the reputation. But the interesting, also when we've heard some of these that have retired from the Olympics, that they've continued to use Shaklee in their personal lifestyle. One shared, with her pregnancy and this. But wasn't it Eli who had the son that was in the hospital? Can you tell that story real quickly? 'Cause
Eli's son was born 3 months premature. I'm not sure, but he was like a pound or a pound and a half, and was born at altitude. And so, needless to say, had all kinds of health histories as he was growing up. He's now, I think, 8 years old, plays golf, does everything off of an oxygen inhaler and everything. But in the process of that, Shaklee was a very valuable, helpful part of his being able to develop fully, because needless to say, born so premature, he had a lot of developmental issues. And one of them, interestingly enough, was absorbing iron. And in a side conversation, we suggested to Eli that he might try Liquid, which is a liquid multivitamin not often talked about in the Shaklee line. And it was about a week or 10 days later, his iron numbers were fine and had been ever since. So, I mean, so you ask, why do we do the business? These are the reasons, just telling these kinds of stories. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Turn it back to you. I'm off schedule, I'm sure.
Video,
Yeah, everybody at least get in here.
Video.
Okay, which video would you like?
the next one on the list.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Vitamin Angels.
Okay.
Because Shaklee is so committed to making a difference. This is being connected in with Vitamin Angels, as you'll see, it's very heartwarming, and knowing that you're making a difference for more than just yourself. But listen to this video, and then let me know.
You made me from scratch. Planted a seed and watched it grow. Nurtured its quiet heartbeat. All while carrying the world on your back. And my life in your body. With fortitude and grace. Through hours of labor. From the trials that have shaped you. Long before the world welcomed me, I had already traveled miles in your womb. But I've never walked in your shoes. They're big ones to fill. Sometimes you wonder how the years passed by, in awe of the child you conceived. A seed you planted, a stem you watered, a flower that unfurled its leaves. Because you supported the world on your back, to nourish mine and create me from scratch. Being a mother is in your nature. Thank you, Mom, for being mine.
So Shaklee's partners with Vitamin Angels, and your use of the products, particularly the Meology, contributes money so that these women and their pregnancies can be healthier. So prenatal nutrition is like so important. And now I'm going to talk to you about our Ready Set Wellness, because honestly, this is a where's the clicker?
I gave it to Carolyn. Oh, here it is, right here.
Okay. Ready, Set, Wellness. When I was introduced, my story is somewhat similar to Carolyn, in that my friend in the church suggested, because I was getting that mid-afternoon drag. Any of you experience that? My friend said, well, try this basic program, and if you don't feel better, you'll get your money back. So, okay, well, it's like, well, that seems a little expensive, but I'll get my money back, but it didn't work. So I tried it, and I felt better. And then my husband, so he was career Navy. I could get all my vitamins for free from the military. And I took the free stuff, didn't feel any better, but I took the Shaklee and I felt better. So, and my husband didn't want to spend our good money on Shaklee. We can get things for free. I said, look, try the basic program for 30 days. If you don't feel better, we get our money back. Well, okay, he wanted to prove me wrong. So he tried it. He felt better. It was undeniable. It was so wonderful to see him come from being on the ship and interacting with our daughters. I mean, and then my honeydew list on the weekends started getting done. So praise God, that was awesome. And he saw the business opportunity. I wasn't interested really until I realized that I could be home with our daughters. And so the rest was history. So the basic nutrition program, that's what I want to go over with you right now. And let's see here.
Hopefully it works.
Okay.
It work?
So I may click through these fairly rapidly because I wasn't able to adjust the PowerPoint too much. But anyway, we really want to change healthcare into well care. And let's see, all right. So we have nutrition for every stage of life, from prenatal to infants, toddlers, teenagers, adults, and mature people like myself, and a lot of you out here.
They say getting started is half the battle. Let's make healthy happen together. One deliciously easy habit at a time. With a Ready Set Wellness Kit, curate your ultimate starter pack with our best nutritional solutions. Just take our quick quiz to analyze your body's unique needs and get daily supplement packs so personalized they have your name on them. Power through your day with a delicious meal in a glass, packed with nutrients to help you thrive. Then, every month, pick a boost to enhance your wellness routine. This is the start of a healthier you. Ready, set, wellness.
All right, so the Ready Set Wellness program is very, very simple. This is the basics. You take a strip of vitamins a day and you replace one meal with a healthy life shake. Then you can add in some nutritional boosts for specific health goals. The two different options for your vitamins are the Vitalizer strip, as you're seeing here, also is highlighted on this banner over here, and you're getting 80 biooptimized nutrients in a form that your body can actually absorb. They're designed, as a pharmacist, when they came out with this delivery system, it was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. You have no idea the other vitamins that you're taking are even will dissolve in your body and be absorbed at the right place. And you have that with this. As a matter of fact, for those that would like to look at this later, this is an X-ray of a syndrome that wasn't dissolving in this person's system.
I can pass it around.
Yeah, you could do that too. It's very interesting. You think you're spending your money on things that are gonna make you better, and you're wasting your money. You want something that actually is proven to get into your system. And that strip of vitamins gives you all of this nutrition. I'm not gonna make food with all of that. So taking a strip of vitamins is so easy to do that with. Also, the other option is Meology.
There's only one you. That's why we created a personalized nutritional supplement plan for you alone. We call it Meology. To get started, simply answer a few questions about your lifestyle, health goals, and family history. Our algorithm instantaneously analyzes millions of data points to identify your nutrient needs and map them to products with those nutrients in the right amounts. We then refine the recommendation based on your food allergies, dietary preferences, medications, and life stage. Next, we ensure your plan is safe, so you're not getting too much or too little of any nutrient when matched up with your diet. Finally, we rank and explain every recommendation, so when you feel good, you know why. We guarantee it, just like we have for the past 60 years. Take the assessment. You'll see. There's no other person like you, and no other program like Meology. Meology. Nutrition made personal.
So up here at the table, we have the vitalizer, or the Meology for prenatal. There's actually a pre, while you're pregnant, and postnatal, that you can, obviously the men are not gonna do that, but the women will greatly benefit, and so will the baby from that. But there is one of them right here, and you can see what's in that. We have the children's wonderful gummies right here, and if any of you would like to try these, you're welcome to. We can hand you out a sample of that if you want to pass that around. That's awesome. And then
Has
we
anyone
have,
not tried this? I'll let you try this. These
We
are really
have-
yummy.
we have
Have you ever tried them?
we have the Meology for adults. This happens to be Stan's particular combination of nutrients, and they send you a list of everything that's in the pack. You do the Meology assessment, and if you've not done the assessment yet, I highly recommend that you do it. And you can, you guys are already sponsored in Shackley, you can go to, it'll go to the person who sponsored you, but you can go to bit.ly/Meology, right?
Right, and I can give you a little sheet.
Yeah, Meology Jam in there. It'll take you like 5 to 10 minutes to do your personal Meology on that.
Now wait, I have to say something, when you try these are so yummy, but they're gummies, but they're yummy gummies, I never thought of that. But, you know, this is not like Flintstone gummies and the garbage in the store, there's nothing artificial in them, they're effective, they're tested. But you're gonna say, I wanna take these instead of jam, and I actually take one of these, it comes in a bottle every day, because they're just so yummy. But my son Jonathan, who's not here, when we first gave him that particular one, we said, John, just take 2 a day. And I come back a few days later and the bottle is half empty. Thankfully they're not bad for you if you take too many, but they just taste that good. So kids, and they get their own little picture they want on it, their name on it. But this is not just multi, this is multi,
The immunity and the
Muni and Omega,
in there.
that's in that little seal thing. This is just, it's something, sorry to jump in with this, but I'm excited, passionate about Shackley. with Shaklee, they're always testing to make sure what works. And the reason that one is sealed is they found out that the omega oils will not maintain the potency if they don't keep it sealed like that. So they don't just wanna stick the stuff in there, they want it to make sure it gets to your body. If you go, okay, so who else can get one? You can try them out, they're yummy.
Start with the sealed one first. I will tell you that, okay? Yeah, start with the sealed one first.
Yeah.
That's the omegas, and traditionally, because it's fish oil, tend to be more difficult to have taste really good. And that's a strawberry lemon flavor of that one. So, and then you replace one meal a day with the very, very healthy Life Shake. So you're getting large amount of protein, 20 grams of protein, fiber. It's very nutrient rich with 24 vitamins and minerals. You can see it's non-GMO, no cholesterol. It's a source of omegas. It's low glycemic, it's vegan and gluten-free. I want to mention that all our nutritional products are gluten-free. So anybody who has a problem, gluten-free, okay? They're delicious. Over here, we do have two flavors made up.
You can pass them on right now.
We have the plant vanilla, and there's one portion is mixed with pineapple, the other one in water, the other one's just the vanilla in water. And then you have the chocolate, which is the natural non-GMO soy, and I'm not quite sure how he mixed that one.
You want Ken to pass them out?
No, you can, if you wanna pass them out, that'd
Ken,
be wonderful.
Okay.
What? I don't know where Ken went. But anyway, we'll ask him. All right,
Oh,
so
okay.
then what happened? The meal replacement. So 2 scoops in your base of choice, whether it's water, milk, juice, and put in berries, fruit, spinach, whatever. Just make it to your desire. We have recipes up the wazoo. As a matter of fact, we have a wonderful recipe guide. So you really can change it up and not always have a smoothie, but you can have breakfast bowls. You can create desserts, you can create snacks. It's wonderful. And then we have the 5 boosts to choose from. We have the 7-Day Healthy Cleanse is probably, for those of you who really want to reset your metabolism and you want to clean up your gut and you want to lose some weight.
I have a question. For the Shaklee proteins, are they made with soy?
We have a soy formula and we have a plant. Soy is a plant, but we have, and it's non-GMO and,
With soya?
I'm sorry?
With soya?
Soy, yeah.
Soybeans.
Yeah,
So you have
non-GMO.
one with soy and one without, there's 2
Oh, okay,
options.
sorry, another way. Thank you. Real, okay.
Okay. All right, and so the 7-Day Healthy Cleanse is probably for wanting to reset your whole metabolism gently. It detoxifies your liver, your colon, etc. And it's wonderful for that. So, here, so it focuses on the liver, focuses on your colon, and it does it very, very gently. Some results, this gal had a lot of thyroid problems. And with using the cleanse and the weight loss program, she reversed all of those things. This guy did the cleanse, and just with the cleanse alone, look how it changed his body shape. It focused on the fat and left his muscle, which is what you want. You want to keep your metabolism by keeping your muscle. And some of this Fabio is going to cover in the weight loss section.
Why'd you wait 1 second, because they're gonna be distracted while we're giving this out. And who asked about soy? Is that because you've heard negative things about
No,
soy?
it's because of the good for my stomach.
For yours, okay, for some people, just to let you
Not all
all,
soys are alike.
right, just to let you all know, especially because Shaklee soy is non-GMO, and beyond organic. But even regular soy, there's been a lot of bad press on soy, and I watched a very detailed presentation from a biochemist, Dr. Steve Cheney, who went down, I'm a research scientist myself, but who went down all of the negative statements, and he said, okay, let's check into this one. Let's see what the literature really says, because rumors go around. But there are certain people that are sensitive to whatever it is. You know, right, so you, she uses mainly the plant-based, I use mainly the soy, and so people can use different stuff. Right, but the Shaklee, we should say non-soy plant-based. Here's chocolate.
So, Stan,
Yes, sir.
basically you'd say you've had a soy shake almost every day for how long?
Oh, goodness. Since, well, I started with the energizing soy protein, but probably for 38 years. And you look what it's done to me. Oh, goodness.
And I've done the same, had a soy shake almost every day for almost 39 years, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some people, again, there's little foods that I don't do as well with, and some person doesn't do. But soy in itself is not bad.
And here's a couple more testimonies in 30 days. Notice how it's focused on the fat and not the muscle. And the gentleman on the left had some major things going on with blood pressure, blood glucose, you know, diabetic, kidney disease, etc. And he went on the program and lost weight, and I mean, just it's amazing the testimonies that we have from people and how it's improved their health naturally. We could avoid so many things, people being up in the hospital, you know, being admitted to the hospital. And even the COVID problems that people had, one of the contributing factors was being overweight, right? So we want to do something about that. Collagen 9. By the way, Collagen 9 is great for your healthy skin, hair, nails, and your joints. I love it because it's complete. And there's a wonderful, this right here, you can come up and take photographs of it if you'd like. It explains about the Collagen 9 and the difference. Then we have the Triple Defense Boost. This actually was brought out during COVID. It was already in development, I'm sure, when COVID struck. And then when they came out with it, it was like perfect because it has the D, the zinc, the vitamin C, quercetin, the elderberry, all of it there. It's delicious. It's actually delicious, and it really boosts your immune system naturally. Or you can choose this talks about the triple defense. I love it because you've got almost a 6-fold increase in critical immune cells and a 3-fold increase in killer cell activity for your body. I mean, this shows you the clinical benefits of the product besides the fact that it tastes good and it works. All right, and then we have Sustained Energy Boost. I love it because it's a combination of green tea, green coffee bean extract, and green tea extract. Plus, it has a Chardonnay grape seed extract that improves circulation within 1 hour. You've got better circulation, man. You can think better, right? It keeps you alert. I will tell you that I did take one of these about an hour ago. And I'm very thankful I did because it's been a jam-packed couple of days here. But it's delicious. Comes in pink grapefruit or raspberry flavor, all natural. And then we have the Organic Greens Booster. How many of you can say that you get all the green leafy vegetables you're supposed to be getting on a daily basis?
I put cinnamon in my drink when I put the greens in there. You can't even taste it.
Oh, I'm gonna start doing that, because this
Just
is,
put a shot of cinnamon in. It'll make some green. You know,
Right.
whatever your shake is, it'll go green. But I put a shot of cinnamon in there, you can't even taste it.
because this stuff is so concentrated, it's strong, the flavor is strong.
But it's great in soups and stews and
Yeah,
pastas and
but
things.
I'll try that.
I want to add one more thing that I learned from Linda Dietz. I had asked her a question about a friend who had issues with kidney stones, gallbladder stones. And so apparently people who get those stones are told to stay away from these vegetables because they have oxalates. And so they're told you don't want to have the oxalates. And Linda told me that Shaklee has removed the oxalates from this product. So if you know anybody who has a tendency to that and avoids those vegetables, this is a way that they can get that. And there's so many fantastic phytonutrients in those that are good for so many other things. You don't want to have to get rid of them. So here's a way to get that back into your system.
This,
Great
this
piece
is,
of information. Thank
this
you.
is just in general. The more you dig into Shaklee, the more you find out they know what they're doing. And they've done huge amount of research with this stuff.
Yeah, and by the way, for any of you that are not already Shaklee members, you can get a free membership with purchasing this bundle, the vitamins with the Shake a Day, and you get to choose one of the Boost products as a freebie for the first time. So it's a great way to prove it to yourself whether or not these will make a difference for you. Money back guaranteed. So that's all I want to do on that one. And where's my husband?
I'm here.
We're going to do the Meology Kids video, please.
Okay.
When I grow up, I want to be a robotics engineer. What's this?
Maybe it's strawberry.
Let's try this strawberry thingamajiggy.
I haven't seen
Wow. This is good.
Squishy. It tastes like lemon and strawberry.
If you smooth out the wrinkles in your brain, it would be about the size of a pillowcase.
That is really, really good.
I will eat it every day.
I like it. Yes.
That's good.
And then Chelsea's video.
Okay.
A lot of people say, I'll get healthier after the kids are gone, but that's not something I wanted to do. I want to be able to experience life and enjoy life with my kids now and not wait. I'm a military wife and I'm a homeschool mom. I had 3 kids in 3 years, but after having my third, I felt completely exhausted. I found myself sitting and observing my life. My kids were constantly running around, Mom, get down here and play with me, and I was just barely getting by every single day. I should be tired to some extent, but not that tired. I went to my doctor and she told me to take more naps. I just felt kind of crushed and stuck. It wasn't until I realized I was taking vitamins, but I wasn't taking Shaklee vitamins, and it really made all the difference. I went from observing my life to being an active participant and not just having enough energy to do the things I had to do, but to do the things I wanted to do. I was able to start working out. I was able to find out that I loved running, which is something I never knew before. I always tell people I have more energy than my kids, which is pretty hard to do. Shaklee has completely changed the trajectory of my life. We're excited for the future because we can do whatever we want. We can live how we want, and our bodies aren't going to hold us back. It's really given me my quality of life that I always wanted.
Okay, let's see, then, everyone received the sheets that my daughter Janelle is handing out. And I just want to point out, you've got what products do you use. If you could take a few minutes, be sure and fill it out, because look at all that we have available that can make a difference. check off what you're currently, the types of products that you're currently using in your home. And then on the right side is products that you can switch to, switching brands.
Anybody need a pen? We should have some pens available.
Yeah, you got that. Switching brands can truly change your health. You know, it's so interesting growing up, and my dad was a pharmacist, had his own drugstore. So I come from a family of drug dealers. Drug dealers. And,
Legal drug dealer.
legal drug dealers, yes. My oldest sister also is a pharmacist. But anyway, in the drugstore, I worked for my dad, right? And we had kind of like one of the first like Walmart type of things, because we had makeup and we had skincare and we had, toothpaste, and it wasn't just drugs, right? So, at that time, Revlon makeup was being advertised a lot. We didn't carry that brand in my store, in my dad's store. And I told Dad, Dad, I'm gonna go over to McDaniel's drugstore and buy this foundation. He says, no, honey, you're not gonna do that. I said, well, why not? He said, because we carry a brand here, or several brands here, that are of equal quality to that one, is just not advertised like that. And why go over there and pay retail when you could buy from yourself at wholesale? And why would you support somebody else's business? You support your own business. Oh. I mean, when you put it like that, it's like, well, that makes perfect sense, And for all of us, with that what do you use sheet, it will help you realize all the different ways that you can, just by changing brands, you're going to be healthier. And if you have chosen to share this opportunity with other people, it's going to benefit you. Why buy from somebody else's store? Buy from your own store. So anyway, just a thought on that one. Let's see, what products do you use? And then the other one is how do you feel sheet. So when you're starting on the wellness program, you want to complete the symptoms that you have right now, because when you start feeling better, you forget how you felt. So you want to do that one, and then 30 days later, to evaluate whether the program is working for you, which it does, you can check your symptoms, and you'll see a lot of them, and not all of them, have gone away or improved, right? So that's a really valuable sheet. And then the third sheet you have is for us to be able to follow up with you. And you're going to mark down who recommended you come, and so forth. There, it's self-explanatory. So appreciate you taking a few minutes. Did you all get a chance to try the shakes?
They are good.
Okay, yeah, they are good.
We have a few more if anybody wants some.
Yeah. Did you get to try any of this? Okay, good.
I would.
All right. And by the way, we have the top earner of Jacqueline is just joined us, Dee Dee Shaw.
And I spend it all.
And she's actually kind of a horsey person, frankly. She knows what I'm referring to, and we'll have you share a little bit in a little bit, okay? I appreciate it very much. You come all the
I
way
already know
down.
all your freeways and parkways around here, because I've been lost for an hour.
Oh, no, seriously?
You gotta make sure you put in avenue and not street.
Oh,
It
no.
took me up, I went to the airport.
No, actually, also, some people who put in this address, some of the GPSs send them to the zoo. We don't know why we've had that. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Next time, call us, but that's a
It's a hard.
And this is in your car? This is in your car or on a horse?
In the car.
Okay, that's good.
No, you live in Palm City, right?
I know.
Oh, my
It's
God.
one street.
I'm glad.
Yeah. All right, so then our next area that we're gonna cover, because 60% of what touches your skin actually is absorbed, so it's really important to use non-toxic personal care products. And Kim, if you would like to share with us that and a little bit of your story that got you started in Shaklee.
So we didn't do clinical results without compromise.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
next.
Okay, go, do
We've
that,
got a little
and
bit
then,
of-
yeah, because that's a really good thing.
The Skin Age Index really sets us apart. It's a breakthrough in skincare clinical research. It was developed by a world-class clinical research laboratory as a way to measure the age of your skin, simply put, based on the presence of 10 key signs of aging. And this really got us excited because, true to Shaklee, we wanted a very scientific and objective way to measure whether youth could shift women's skin to a younger age. In a clinical study, we put the Skin Age Index to the test. We had women come into the study, we measured their skin age index before using youth. They used our advanced anti-aging regimen for 12 weeks, and we measured their skin age index after using youth. The results were amazing. After 4 weeks, 100% of women had measurably younger looking skin, as measured by the skin age index. And with continued use, 2/3 of women actually shifted their skin age into a younger decade. Simply put, clinical results without compromise means that we've designed our youth line to deliver visible skin benefits without relying on so many of the questionable chemicals and ingredients you find in so many skincare products on the market today. This ensures that you can wear those products every day without ever questioning their safety. Our youth line is free of over 2,500 questionable ingredients. The products are gluten-free, cruelty-free, and 100% vegan. And we've put rigorous safety studies behind every product in the Youth Advanced Anti-Aging Regimen. Each product is dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic, suitable for sensitive skin, and ophthalmologist tested. So with 8 years of scientific research and 8 patents and patents pending, Youth is a revolutionary skincare line that's designed to help you look younger longer too.